Hey YouTube, Subir109 here. I have a deck profile on like pure agents, no tour guide or anything like that. So to start off, just like a quick intro. I know I haven't been putting up stuff a while. I know I pretty much say this at like the beginning of every one of my videos, but I just haven't been doing stuff lately just because my ads actually got taken away because someone like clicked on them repeatedly or something. So I haven't been doing any trades on here lately. I haven't felt as if this whole YouTube thing has much of a purpose anymore. So I pretty much just like watch videos. I don't actually bother uploading stuff. But I decided I'd just start uploading some more videos, just for the hell of it. And yeah, I have, just before I start with the agent deck, I have a shout out to give to Team OCG. I'll have a link to his channel down below, probably like the annotation. There's a duel video of this deck, not this one, but I was using TG Agents at the time. He has a duel video of me dueling him in his Miracle Gemini deck, so go ahead and check that out somewhere, wherever I put it. And on that note, let's get started in the deck. So, 3 Earth. This is pretty standard stuff here. I don't think there's too much to explain. I'll explain when we get into like the more technical stuff. 3 Venus, 3 Shine Balls, 3 Hyperions. Standard. Try and clean that up. Only 1 Christia. Most builds use... It's actually all builds just range from 0 to 2. 0 isn't good enough. I love this card so much. It's such a game-winning card. It's like probably my trump card of this deck. And lots of times I definitely prefer it over BLS. It's definitely a lot stronger. It's usually a lot stronger than Hyperion, but it's a lot deader than Hyperion is as well. So to minimize on the dead draws of just drawing like a whole bunch of boss monsters, I just run 1. That way I can still have it at certain points, and I don't draw too many or get it too dead. 2 copies of Spirit Reaper. This card is insane, this format, with the amount of rabbits running around, even though I don't actually have any at my locals. But this card's just insane. It's insane versus a lot of decks. The poke that you get in is insane. And, like I said, insane like 4 times, alright? If you drop it with this card, it's like game-winning. It's like you pop their back row, run over their monster, then poke with Reaper. And it's just like, what are they supposed to do? Like, they can get comebacks, but it's just like, you're going to be able to just win, because you're going to have so much more advantage over your opponent after doing that play. So, and plus it can just sit there and stall for like 2 or 3 turns until you draw into a boss monster or the Venus that you need, or whatever card you need. It's the Dark for BLS as well, and you can do Exceed plays with Venus. Very useful. 1 Junk Synchron. I'm teching this right now. It works very well because it brings up your Shine Balls after use. It can bring up Earth too, if you have like a Shine Ball in the field. You want to like go for Gotchi or something. Lots of cool plays. It's a Dark. It makes it instant level 5 most of the time, so that's pretty good. 1 BLS staple. Gores and 2 Tragos. These cards are extremely good in here. Like, Tragodia is unbelievable in here because there's so many cool plays you can do. The fact its pitching effect is broken because with this deck, it's actually not that hard to steal your opponent's BLSs. And BLS is such a game-winning card. If you take it from them, it's like you have a second one. And it's pretty cool. I've actually had 2 on the field at the same time before. That's really cool. And Tragodia, of course, it's going to be a huge beat stick because this deck is going to be using cards like Earth to search for stuff, keeping your hand pretty large. And you're not going to be overextending, and when you do overextend, it's just because you're going to win that turn, or you're going to be dropping a whole bunch of stuff and just keeping control over your opponent. But this card is a great early game card. It isn't out to Thunder King when needed. This deck can have some troubles with Thunder King, but if they attack, you can drop it. If they're afraid of it, they don't attack, and it gives you turns to draw into outs. Of course, Gores has the same purpose, so they're all helpful for that. Honest, out to lots of monsters. Almost everything in here is light, except for the darks. Veiler, And then I'm proxying 2 Maxis. Sorry about that, but my friend has my other 2, and he hasn't actually gone to my locals in like 5 months, legitly. Like, no exaggeration at all. So I like called him, and he said he might come some weekend. So whenever he gives them back to me, I'll put them in here. And that's the monsters, not that many. Sorry if I'm sniffing. I think I'm pretty sick. Not really sick, but I'm definitely sick a little bit. Spells, we have 3 duality. Duality's pretty good in here. Lots of people don't like it because just like it's not very good after the first few turns. But it can grab you stuff like your boss monsters, and you can just be sitting on stuff like a Gakshi or a Reaper. And it's pretty cool just because you're sitting there stalling, and then next turn you can drop your big boss monsters. And of course, first turn you can go summon Earth, search for Venus, duality, grab something like a trap, a dust shoot, the boss monster. Pretty versatile. Great card. I don't know how I feel about 3. I haven't tested 3. I ran 2 at my last locals when I was running TG Agents. I actually got second, so it's a good deck. 3 MSTs. I love 3 MSTs in here because clearing the back rows is extremely important for this deck. That way they can't do stuff like prison your Reaper pokes, or they can't warning your Hyperion, or bottomless your Christia. Lots of different examples, but they all pretty much fit for the same thing. Heavy Storm is the same purpose. Mind Control is really good in here because you can summon Earth, search, Mind Control. That's pretty good. You also have stuff like Junk Synchron, and you can steal their stuff like Sangan and Exceed with your Venus, which is pretty good too, nullifying their Sangan. And yeah. Then Dark Hole and Monster Reborn are staple cards. Yeah. Traps. I'm actually running some traps. I only ran 2 at my last tournament, but now I have 2 warnings, 2 prisons, and 1 trap dust shoot. To start off, a lot of you guys will probably be wondering why I'm not running Judgment. Of course, with Venus, you do have to pay a lot of life points. This deck, it's not just that, it's the fact that you're going to be taking a lot of hits with this deck, too. It's not going to always have these trap cards down. So, when you take a lot of hits and you Judgment, it kind of sucks. Warning, I just feel, even though Judgment's like always live, drawing Judgment like first turn honestly really sucks, because it's not going to be very helpful, because you're just going to be sitting there with it, and it's like you don't want to use it, because if you put yourself down to 4K, that'll suck, or 35 if you've paid 1,000 for Venus. So I don't run it just for that reason. Prison's good because it's an out to Thunder King, and same thing with Warning. If I don't want to have to Solemn a Thunder King, that would suck. But these cards are good outs to that. And then Dust Shoot's just the best trap in the game, in my opinion, right now. So you have to run this card. I'm not going to do the side just because I'm still working on it, and I'm not sure if I actually want to show it. But I'll do a quick extra. The extra right now is just 13, just because I haven't actually... I took out the TG Agent cards, like I took out Wonder Magician and Power Gladiator, but I haven't actually replaced anything for them yet. So, 2 Gakshis, 1 Leviair, 1 Leviathan, Armory Arm, Cataster, Librarian, Brio, Black Rose, Stardust, Scrap, Trish, Chimera Tech. I have to get Zen mains for this deck. That's like my top priority. You don't actually make that often, but you can easily make it. And I probably should, I don't know. I want to put an H in Sacred Wyvern, possibly, but that's just something that I might think about. Yeah, that's all for now. I might put up a updated trade binder so I can like get a Zen mains or something, or at least try to. And that's all for now, so thanks for watching, like, comment, do all that stuff, and peace.